Expressing tone in writing using visual direction is a powerful tool. It allows the reader to not only imagine the scene, but also to feel its emotional undertones through the lens of your words. Here are some tips on how you can use visual cues to set the tone in your writing. Descriptive imagery. Use vivid and specific imagery to direct the reader's gaze to elements that set the tone. For a melancholic tone, you might focus on the slow drip of rain against a window or the subdued light of a gray dawn. Color palette. Colors have strong psychological associations. Describe scenes using a color palette that reflects the tone. A scene filled with golds and ambers might convey warmth and nostalgia, while a scene painted in stark whites and deep blacks might evoke a sense of isolation. Lighting and shadow. The way you describe light can greatly affect the tone. Bright, harsh lighting might set a stark, unforgiving mood, whereas soft, diffused light can create a sense of intimacy or serenity. Perspective and focus. Direct the reader's attention to details that support the tone. If you want to create tension, you might describe a scene from a character's narrow point of view, focusing on unsettling details. Sensory details. Beyond what is seen, describe the sensory elements of the scene. The texture of a ragged curtain, the smell of stale air, the taste of bitterness, the sound of a ticking clock. These details can amplify the visual tone. Spatial relationships. Describe the distance between objects or people to convey relationships and emotions. Proximity can suggest intimacy or tension, while distance might imply isolation or detachment. Movement and stillness. The motion within a scene can contribute to its tone. Fast-paced, erratic movements can create a sense of urgency or chaos, while a slow or frozen scene might suggest tranquility or suspense. Symbolism and metaphor. Use symbols and metaphors to create layers of meaning. A crumbling building might symbolize decay in a character's life, setting a tone of desolation or a need for change. Contrast and juxtaposition. Place contrasting visuals near each other to enhance the tone. A vibrant flower in a desolate wasteland can signal hope amidst despair. Environmental interaction. Show how characters interact with their environment. A character who is gently pruning a plant offers a different tone than one aggressively chopping wood. Weather and seasons. The weather and season can be metaphors for tone. A scene set in the relentless heat of summer might feel oppressive, while a narrative set in the renewal of spring could have a hopeful tone. Cinematic techniques. Borrow techniques from film like panning, zooming, or focusing in on details to steer the reader's imagination and set the tone through their visual experience. Architectural elements. The description of architecture can impose a tone. The grandeur of high ceilings can inspire awe, while the claustrophobia of a low tunnel can induce anxiety. Cultural and historical signifiers. Incorporate cultural or historical details that evoke a specific time or place, influencing the tone through the reader's preconceived associations. Using visual direction to express tone involves more than just painting a picture for the reader. It's about choosing and describing visual elements in a way that stirs emotions and sets the mood. Remember that every description carries weight and can contribute to the overall tone of your piece. By carefully crafting the visual elements, you can guide your readers to not just see the world you've created, but to feel it as well.